To that he replied, "Are you talking like cold hard cash today?" To which I replied, "Yes sir, cold hard cash in hand, cash is king." To which he said, "All right man, let's do it." Hey, buenos dias, good morning guys. Thanks again for tuning in to John's Moto Garage. I'm John, and this is where we buy and sell motos. Today I'm going to be doing a quick spin on the 2011 Sporty that I picked up the other day, and we'll jump right into how much I paid for the bike and how much I think it's worth in the current market. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my other videos. I show you where I buy the bikes, where I sell them. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get this sucker started. Fires right up. Doesn't skip a beat. Alright you guys, again, welcome to John's Moto Garage, where we buy and sell motos. I'm John. We're going to be talking today about the numbers on the 2011 Harley Sportster. So we'll go over what I paid for the bike, how much I think it's worth in the current market, and give you a little insight on the moto itself and my impressions. But first, this thing is sputtering. I checked it out and the gas light's on, so we got to go fill up the tank. As usual, got stuck behind a super slow driver. All I want to do is just freaking open up the throttle. There you go. Easy does it. Easy does it. We'll see if it gives me the arrow since I'm on a motorcycle. Do you guys have issues with that when you pull up on a bike and it just doesn't give you the arrow? We got to flip a U-turn. There we go. Bam. Easy peasy, man. At least this thing flips U-turns okay. This gas station is the worst setup. You're always waiting in line here. And if you're anything like me, you hate waiting in line. Always go for the premium on these guys. Man, this thing's a freaking hog. See if we can get through here. This place is so busy all the time. Shred it. That's my motto right there. Making sure it's secure. All right, back to freedom. No cars, good. Zip over here to the middle lane. All right, so let's jump right into it. This is the 2011 Harley Sportster XL1200C. It's the custom. It's the 1200. It's the bigger engine. This bike I picked up over the holiday weekend, and I paid, wait for it, so the guy had it listed for $5,500. I saw it a few weeks back. I saved it and I checked to see if it was still there, and it was. So I hit him up. I initially offered $4,500. He said no. I asked what his bottom dollar was. He didn't counter, and then finally I said, oh yeah, I could do $4,800. To that he replied, "Are you talking like cold hard cash today?" To which I replied, "Yes sir, cold hard cash in hand, cash is king." To which he said, "All right man, let's do it." Should be $4,800. This is the one where we met up at the storage unit. Super shady. If this had been my first Craigslist deal ever, I probably would have been all sketched out thinking I was going to get jumped or something along those lines. But fortunately, everything went off without a hitch. Really cool guy, Navy veteran, I believe. The battery needed to be charged, so I ended up being able to just charge it. I thought I might have to replace it, but fellow moto rider. Alright, so this is the 5-speed belt drive fuel injection. They're nice, torquey, light bikes. No problem at all cruising on the freeway, but I definitely would not mob this bike if you're looking to do like long distance runs. This is more your bobber, zipping around town, but really good beginner bike because it is lightweight. They're very narrow, a little bit more top heavy than your metric cruisers, but not as wide as most of those. Personally, I dig the Sporties. I love to mob these every time. It's fun. This has the forward controls. I like the mid controls, but they are great bikes. If you're just getting into riding or you're just looking for a second bike that's easy for zipping around, then I would highly recommend, consider the Sporty. In 2011, they did the fatty front tire, which I think was an excellent change to the lineup. Sporties have been around since the mid-50s. Overall awesome bikes. This one has just over 1,400 miles on it. And the story with it is the guy who I bought it from got it as a gift from his son, who bought it for his wife, and she never rode it, and so that's what happened. And then he never rode it either. If you have money and you don't know what to do with it, just buy a motorcycle and don't ride it, and then you can sell it in a couple years. You're only going to lose like $5,000–6,000, you know. Do you guys think we can beat the Dodge Challenger off the line? All right, we got a mailbox truck and an on-truck truck. Gonna zip in between one of them. But yeah, that's the Sporty for you. As you can see, very agile bike, easy to maneuver. This has stock exhaust. It still has a decent little rumble. I prefer to do something aftermarket so they can really hear you coming. Give it a little extra horsepower as well while you're at it. Get it tuned. Now, what do I think the bike is worth? It's been a while since I sold one of these Sporties with the big fat front tire. The last one I sold like 2 or 3 right within the same couple of weeks, and those ones I think all went for around $5,500. So this one I have listed for $58, just because it's got the low miles and everything. And I honestly think that I'll probably end up selling it for $53,000 to $5,500. So I'm not going to break the G on this, I don't think. But you know, if I can make $500 to $600, $700 still, then no complaints there on my part. You know, I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I think right now might be as good a time as any. There's these green belts over by my casa, and I've always wondered what it'd be like to ride a motorcycle in them, you know what I mean? And what better bike than a Harley Sportster to ride around in a grass green belt? Do a little off-roading, some motocross. Do you think a Harley Sporty would be good for doing moto whips? Here we go. I used to ride this ramp back in high school. On my BMX bike. Oh! Well, these are definitely a lot lower than I expected on my BMX bike. Oh! I would not recommend going over that ramp, that's for sure. As you can see, this thing's straight up, bottomed out. All right, note to self, do not try jumping the ramp on the Harley Sporty. You do not have much clearance. And I already see a guy scouting us out. He's pissed, so we better get out of here. As long as you do the wave, people are pretty cool about things. Act like there's just no two things about it. So the green belt went off without a hitch, man. All I did was just scrape the bottom on my BMX bike. Oh, once or twice, no biggie. Make sure we're not freaking spilling oil out when I get home. I don't see a trail of oil behind us, so I think we're good. So that's something else you guys can do on these Sportsters, is put a lift on them. Do like a 3 to 6 inch lift, give yourself some more clearance. Then you can really take them off-roading, go rock crawl, all that cool stuff. All right, there you guys have it for the 2011 Sporty Custom. Just to do a quick recap, I paid $4,800 for the bike, and I'm hoping to sell it for between $53,000 to $5,500, or $53,000 to $58,000 if I'm lucky. But realistically, I'll probably make about $500, $600, $700 on the moto, and I'll take it. As always, thanks for tuning in. Smash the like button, subscribe, leave a comment below, hit me up on Instagram once my account's up. And check out my other videos, you guys. Gracias for tuning in. We will hit you guys up on the next one. Adios.